Hi, I'm Joe Braverman, and today I'm going to conduct an interview with my dad, Mark Braverman, and we're going to ask 3 questions, and then we're going to see what he thinks. So here's the first one, Dad. When has a sports moment moved you emotionally?
I really think it probably was the 1980 Olympics, the Miracle on Ice, when the group of boys beat the Russians, then went on to beat Finland, but we beat the Russians. That was very emotional in 1980, and everybody was really rooting for our guys to win, and they did.
Yeah, I think mine was probably, this was actually the most recent. It was the game after they captured the Boston bombing murderer. It was an amazing game. Just not only the beginning ceremonies, but at the end when I think it was a go-ahead home run, 3-run shot by Nava. It really moved me to see how something so emotional can come out and in sports. It was a good thing to see. My second question for you is, when did a victory mean the most to you?
I think the answer to that question is about 7 years ago when your brother Matt was playing for the Northborough Little League Championship. And your papa, my father, had just died, and we were running on empty, and we were the underdogs, and we went in, and all the boys knew what was going on, and you had to win. We had to win that one game, because if we didn't win that one game, we would have had to win the following game to be the champs, and I was leaving the next morning on a plane. So the boys knew we had to get it done, and it was an unbelievable game, back and forth, and we pulled it out, and we won. And we were just a crying bunch of coaches and a slobbering bunch of 12-year-olds that grabbed that trophy.
Yeah, I remember I got water on me.
Yep.
Because of Matt.
Yep, and your brother still has the hardware. That's the only piece he keeps, so it meant a lot to us.
Yeah, I think there were a lot of victories, not only for me personally, but I think professional sports. I think the most was, '04 Sox when they came back, ALCS. They were down 3-0, and there was basically no hope, but, everyone just knew that we could come back, and that was the curse year. So it was just like, it meant the most, because it was like, you think with that they have no shot whatsoever, but they had a shot, and they came back, and they broke the curse, and it meant a lot to think that, no matter what, you could come through. And the last question I have is, who was the greatest athlete that you ever saw?
Well, as you and I have talked, I don't think there's just one. I think first, when I was a kid, it was definitely Bobby Orr. I think he changed the entire game of hockey and got all us kids who were, 11, 12 years old playing hockey. So, we were on the pond every day. We all wanted to be Bobby Orr. I think the next thing was, because I played a bunch of baseball too, was Carl Yastrzemski. He was my boyhood idol. There was nothing better than Yaz. I saw Larry Bird play basketball. He was unbelievable when he, in the 80s when he ran through. And I always remember Muhammad Ali being, just an unbelievable boxer. So it's not like just one guy. I was lucky enough to see these guys. We didn't win a lot of championships. Larry did. Bobby Orr did. But, you're lucky that, you have the Patriots. You had the Red Sox, In this year of 2000 and on, you guys think that championships are just a dime a dozen around here,
Well, it's difficult to get a championship. And I think the greatest athlete I ever saw, I didn't get to see him live, but I think Michael Jordan was definitely a good one. He had a lot of moments, and he was just an amazing basketball player. I mean, I don't think anyone would have played a game of basketball, let alone win it, while having the flu. So that was just impressive to think that he could overcome, such a bad flu, that he could put on a performance that he did. And the 6 championships with Phil Jackson, I just thought he was a really amazing athlete that just stunned me at every chance I could see. I didn't get to see any of his live games. Like I didn't, but just seeing all the highlights of what he did was amazing. He was really a good athlete.
Yeah, he was pretty good. I went for the hometown Boston.
Yeah. So that'll do it for my dad, Mark. I'm Joe Braverman. This is it for YBA Studios, and happy Father's Day.